Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them. I may say them when I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate and leave everything else behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. All right, y'all, welcome back. I hope everybody is doing good and feeling good. I had a glorious weekend, but we did a lot on Saturday. Sunday, I was kind of whooped. I just wanted to rest once we got home, and then I woke up Monday not feeling like myself. So right now is after midnight. Today is Tuesday. It is early morning Tuesday. I'm still up because I slept most of the day. Canceled my class and just stayed in bed and rested and got myself together because I have a gig today. This afternoon I have a paint gig, so I need to get prepared for that and just get myself recalibrated from my trip and all that. So anywho, but I had a really good weekend. We did a lot. We did a lot. We saw a lot. I'm working on putting together a short video of the weekend because I took a lot of footage. We did a lot. All right, y'all. Let's check in and see what Spirit wants to talk about today. What is going on with the collective? What do we need to know? These three wanted to flip. Well. Okay. Well, this is real loud. I heard don't kid yourself. I don't know who this is for, but it starts off with lessons about things, people, and situations that are not in alignment, and repeating a cycle, because I can see that this is something. There is a situation that I'm like, I see it's not in alignment with you. I kind of feel like whatever this is, it deserves some honesty. It kind of feels like an environment that maybe you've been in where you feel out of place. You don't fit in, you don't belong, and you're not treated as such. And this is a cycle. This is something that you may be going into, because we're destined to repeat certain cycles until we learn the lesson. And the lesson may present itself in different forms, but the lesson is still the same. So there is an environment that you may be in that you are, you may not feel completely, I don't know, I'm kind of getting like you don't feel comfortable necessarily in that space. It could be around a certain group of people or whatever, but you don't feel, it's not in alignment. I mean, I'm saying it because one of the first two cards out was the Fates in the reverse and Higher Power also in reverse. This is not in alignment, okay? And this requires some honesty on your part, because you are actually either stepping into a space, and this is happening, like, this is the present energy, so this is happening right now for somebody, where you're faced with a situation where you're not in alignment with a group of people or in a certain environment. And I also feel like I haven't even gotten to the lesson part, but Round and Round is literally about lessons. It's about repeating things over and over again, because you haven't learned a lesson. Just saw 456 on the timer. So this has a lot to do with thinking about these people, this particular lesson, but this group of people or this environment, whether or not this situation, the dynamic as it stands, is it viable or sustainable to carry into the future with you. And right now, your attention is being called to this for you mostly to be honest with yourself about this situation or the people. Okay? Whatever it is, it's not in alignment with you. I heard you don't know these people. Because it has something to do with a group of people. They're not a reflection of who you are. Oh my God, I know who I want to send this to. Whatever this is, these people in the environment, whether it's the environment, the group of people, it's not a group of people that is a reflection of who you are. And part of the blockage of dilemma, yeah, you're like, I don't know, this feels really weirdly conflicting, because it feels like, and this is a part of the problem though. Okay. The problem is you are accepting a group of people. You're open to them. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know them. You're being receptive to them. But they're not a reflection of who you are, whether the environment, the group of people, or whatever. So you're a little bit reluctant. So maybe you're considering giving somebody a second chance. That's kind of what this looks like. It's really a very I feel like you are a little, whoever I'm talking to today, you feel a little conflicted here. Because one, I see you don't really know these people. You're an outsider to the group, so they treat you as such, kind of. You know what I mean? It's like, you may not necessarily feel like you fit in, but you're still being, part of the dilemma is you're still being you're open to it. So I'm telling you, if this is part of the problem, that maybe you're not supposed to be. Especially with regeneration here in the upright, it kind of tells me it's like you're giving it, it's like, you're giving it a second chance, or you're giving it, you're giving it a little time to see. I don't know, what are you trying, we'll clarify, but I'm like, what are you trying to see? You're already identifying. I'm telling you it's not in alignment. So maybe you have a habit, and this is what we've seen in the collective, that this isn't just affect like one relationship. This isn't just this one relationship or this whatever this is. This is something that you do often. It's not, this isn't a one-off. You do it often. So it's, I don't know. So I'm like, the very first cards being out the bat that this ain't in alignment. I'm just like, if it ain't in alignment, you gotta let it pass, So listen. Something about a past, the past, your past life. I mean, well, not past life, but like your past. Okay. This is a very interesting reading. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so here's the thing. And I'm going to do something. I did this with my earlier client. I never do this, but I want to physically turn the cards just so that I can see them in their opposite energy. Yeah, that's been part of the lesson. Okay. I'm like, now I can tell this easier because it looks kind of crazy upside down. Okay, so here's the thing. These people who, whatever this is, whatever this is, whatever environment that you're in or have been around that you don't necessarily feel comfortable in or you don't feel in harmony with, whatever. It does involve a group of people, okay? But it has something to do with your past. And it kind of feels like part of the lesson was making a decision. It definitely feels like having the ability to see that whatever you experienced in your past or whatever the past, whatever that was for you, it's kind of like you should have learned all you needed to learn about that time of your life, and there's no need to like revisit it, because I'm kind of getting here, it's like being between worlds is out here. So between worlds is literally like you're now moving towards the next phase of your life, a new life, moving towards the next phase of your life, but you still got like loose ends back here that haven't been tied down, so it's still left kind of like undone or whatever. There's something that needs resolution, maybe subconsciously or whatever. But this is also asking you to look at all of this look at it from a more objective, like it might be difficult, remove yourself from it to look at the situation more objectively. Because if the goal is to like branch off and go into a new direction, departing from things not in alignment, especially if connected to your past, or anything having to do with your past, I feel like all of this whole thing was for you to not. It's kind of like, don't lie to yourself because you're looking at something. All that glitters is in the upright. So that tells me you're looking at this situation from like an overly optimistic, and this is the lesson. Like you're supposed to see through the smoke and mirrors and the bullshit, so you can recognize that whatever this is that's not in alignment it's not for you. It's not even a place for you to be. If the whole purpose is to go towards a new life, then you have to abandon, reject, turn your back on whatever this thing is from your past that is not in alignment. Yeah, I feel like it's like you're walking. It's really interesting because I think you're like on the precipice of walking into a cycle like this. I heard newfound peace, like a kind of peace that maybe you've never actually experienced, probably never actually imagined, but you're ready for it. I think where you are in your life and what you're looking, you know what you want, right? I just saw 13:11 on the clock. You know what you want. And what it looks like is you want peace. So you have to be honest with yourself. If peace is what you're looking for, but the environment that you're in is not in alignment, there's a lesson being learned here. If you continue to stay in this position of being around people who you don't really know, who aren't like you, it's like, you have to be like the captain of your own ship if you're trying to actualize a new life. Well, that new life requires a sacrifice, if you will. Sacrificing something that is no longer in alignment with you, that's connected to your past, whatever that is, right? Yes. So it's kind of like, this is interesting. Okay. This is interesting. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, you're not supposed to. Yeah, no. Because I feel like you're trying. I don't know. I just kind of get this energy of like trying to get along or whatever. But is that what you're really? I have to ask. Like, I see like you. Okay, so you got people here that you don't really know like that or whatever. Because I literally heard, I don't know them. I'm like, I don't know them. There's these people, you don't really know them, but you're receptive to it. You're open to it. But you're a little apprehensive to deal with the situation, because I'm telling you, you're gonna feel it in your body before before it hits your head. You're gonna feel it in your body when something is a little bit off. And the thing is that, yeah, it's cool to be, you take people as they are, but I don't know. This kind of gives me the energy of like, it's not like trying too hard. I'm like, what does this have to do with your past, though? And then there's an element of not trying to fix something. I don't know. And it's kind of like you may have the tendency or the desire to keep trying. But yeah, it's like, what's really interesting is, I feel like you're the different one, right? You don't really march. You march to the beat of your own drum, right? Like you're open. It's like I'm open to new experiences, right? But here's the thing. Yeah, it's kind of like you want something to be cool, like what you're trying. Because I do see you trying to manifest. I feel like what you are actively trying to manifest is like something different. I don't think that whatever this is connected to your past, I don't really, because it doesn't bring you any actual abundance. Like, it doesn't. Milk and honey was in the reverse. And it kind of feels like when you around these people, there's an element it either doesn't bring in abundance, doesn't make you feel abundant. And then, but you're still loyal to something. And yeah, you're very torn. And I'm telling you, in order for you to restore that peace, you would have to completely let something fall away. Because I see what you want, but what you want is here and not here. Like, what you want is, you would like to have, because I feel like, if we're being honest, I'm telling you right now that this, whatever it is, it's not in alignment with you. Whoever these people are, they're not in alignment with you. And here, it's kind of like there's a desire here to want to just keep going, but Spirit's telling you to stop. I'm sending my messenger. Hi. I'm sending my messenger to you to tell you that it's okay for you to pull away from this. You want to find people that like a little bit more like you. Maybe you not like everybody else, and it's kind of like I'm letting you know that if you just it's cool to be flexible. It's cool to be flexible about, you take people as they are, right? But what you're looking for is, you're looking for people who are cool. You're not looking for people that make you kind of feel like an outsider or treat you different or anything like that. Like, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for something, and you are actively manifesting that. You're looking for an experience that is more balanced, more reciprocal in nature. And honestly, I feel like Spirit's telling you to stop, because right now I do feel like there's some rumination about, like, I don't know what this is, like giving people a second chance or something like that. And so you're kind of like, you're thinking about it a lot, right? You're kind of thinking about it. And the reality is, I think, I don't know. I feel like the reality is being honest with yourself, because I feel like there is a connection or something to this that maybe you still have some loyalties towards. You have loyalties towards a situation around a bunch of people that don't even make you happy. I need you to think about that. right? Because on the other side of putting this to rest is happy, right? But you're going to have to let go of, yeah, look at that. I love this. Happy in the upright. 2 to C in the reverse is probably my only problem child card here. Building blocks and here and now. I like that, but you got to make a decision. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I think on the other side of you releasing this, whatever it is, whatever this relationship is, whoever these people are, right? And kind of, I feel like, I don't even think this is something like that needs to be, there doesn't need to be, there's no discussion out here. There doesn't need to be a discussion, but maybe, because when you're not in alignment with people, folks will fall away naturally on their own. Like, if you're the one that's constantly like showing up and reaching out and whatever, then that's a you thing, really. That's a you thing. But you will naturally see when your vibration starts to rise and you start doing, focusing on other things that the crowd may be focusing on, whatever, like you're going in a different direction, you're ascending basically. And as you ascend, the people who choose to kind of stay in the same place, they'll just stay there while you continue to shoot upwards. And you'll find that the conversations are different. Y'all don't see eye to eye. You don't understand each other. Y'all speak in different languages like crazy, right? And I feel like part of this is really, really heavily tied into like how much effort and time you put in establishing the foundation of this relationship, whatever it is, right? But if we're focusing on the present, here and now, it's really important to pay attention to the red flags, because those red flags are screaming at you right now, right? So there is a decision that needs to be made, and you have to ask yourself, yeah, see, here's the thing. Change in the wind is in the reverse. It's kind of like, literally here, it's kind of like, why am I going backwards? Because you could be living a very blessed life right now. You could have a very blessed life, right? But I feel like the longer you stay attached to this situation, hoping that there is going to be some type of change, you have to ask yourself, what's the intentionality behind staying connected? And if you knew that you potentially are at risk of losing the blessings that you've obtained or acquired because you're still connected to this and they haven't changed, whatever this is hasn't changed, or it's not going to change, then this is an important question you have to ask yourself. Is this even worth it? Okay? That's important. Okay, let's clarify. I'm like, that was a pretty solid message in 23 minutes. All right, let's clarify. Yeah, see, there it is again. It's like there's some anxiety here. I mean, totally, it feels like anxiety about. It's like you see, I don't know. You're not seeing something clearly. You see it the way you want to see it. You're seeing something the way that you want to see it. And honestly, it is literally time to go. Because it's not in alignment. I'm like, it's not in alignment. Like, maybe, I don't know what this is. Maybe you're leaving a door open. You know what I mean? Maybe you're leaving the door open. Remember when we talked about recently how there was a period of time, period of time within the collective where we were pausing or putting a pause, not a lot of pause, but a little pause on our own growth and healing and progression, because we were hopeful that, our people would join us. So we would put our foot in the door so that they can see the light and follow, right? We think that they're going to follow suit and they're just going to come with us. And what we're actually doing is we're slowing or stalling our own progress because we're still waiting on them to catch up. I mean, yeah, we're still actively doing what we're doing, but it's that hope that, that maybe they'll come with. and that's not for us to decide if they choose to come with or not. Sometimes you just got to close the door, let the door close, and when they're ready to join, they will join. But I think here the problem is for somebody is that maybe you are having the closure issue, which is funny because when Unfinished Symphony comes out in the upright, I'm like, okay, closure issues. Now usually we see that in the collective, it's usually somebody else having closure issues with us, but this feels more like you having closure issues because you're not seeing this particular situation in its, you're like not seeing it in its true form. You're seeing it in this really idealistic way that is incorrect. It's not in alignment. Whatever this is, and I got 3 cards out here that are screaming at me, not in alignment. And it's almost like I hear somebody go, well, maybe. No, baby, this is not in alignment with you. And like I said, when I was pulling at the bottom of the deck, it's like, if you're, if you've turned, especially if this is like past, something that, whatever you were doing in your past, if you've turned your life around, in any kind of way, if you've turned your life around by staying connected to, this situation that is like you're the outsider basically, by sticking around in this situation, you're at risk of losing the very blessings that you've acquired. Like, why would you risk? Okay, so it's something, there is an emotional something. This has a deep emotional component. You have a deep emotional component connected to your past. I just keep hearing, I don't know these people. I don't know these people. I don't know. Because I feel like you're trying to do something. Okay. I'm like, okay, something about said, I don't know these people. And it's out here again, literally. I don't know these people. And you're trying to do the right thing. Like, think social conformity. You're trying to do the right thing. But you're okay, because this is the blockage or obstacle. The difficulty is, and imagine the reverse. Okay. So the difficulty here for you is maybe you're having a difficult time I don't know. It's like, okay, so when No Place Like Home comes out in the upright, for me, it's about being able to, it's about, having a very grounded, being able to look at a situation from a really grounded perspective. But for me, it's kind of like being able to look down at the situation, like as an observer, but not as a participant, like looking at the situation, right? And it has something to do with, because right here tells me that you're having a difficult time seeing it objectively because observers in reverse. So it tells me that you're seeing it from a very narrow lens. You're seeing it the way that you see it. I told you, I said it here. I was like, you're not seeing it clearly. All that glitters and upright. You're not seeing it clearly. And you're not looking at it from an objective point of view. You're looking at it from a very narrow lens. There's an emotional connection to your past that you are having a difficult time. And it looks like somebody's having a difficult time moving on from it. If this is rooted in a family dynamic, it kind of feels like, and even in a family dynamic, it kind of feels like, you thought you were showing up in the family, however you show up in your family, you feel like you're doing the right thing. You feel like you show up the way that you feel like you're supposed to, right? But number one, these folks, you don't know them. They don't know you, right? They don't know you like that. And so I don't know what this communication is, but there is an element of communication here where it's kind of like you don't, like I said, you don't know the people that you're talking. I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know what this is, but you don't know these people. Like, they don't know you and you do not know them. So whatever communication, whatever, I don't know if there's a dialogue or something. It's kind of like, because I'm kind of getting this energy of like you never thought you would be communicating with or be talking to people that you don't know or something like that. Tell me in the comments, baby. I don't know what this is. I'm like, what the hell is this? But it's like I just keep hearing over and over again, I don't know these people. I don't know these people. It sounds like the voice that I'm hearing, it sounds like very almost concerned, but concerned and kind of confused. I don't know these people. But it's tied to your past, and it's tied to an emotional experience that you're not seeing clearly or objectively. And it kind of feels like, I'm going back to this point, no place like home for me also, what it makes me think about is, like, I can look back at my life and kind of like a web, right? And at each point, you think about the way a web is constructed, each point goes to another point. You know what I mean? I can look at those points in my life where I made a decision and it took me in this direction, and as a result, it took me to this direction. You know what I mean? So for me, it's kind of like being able to peel back. Like, I can look back at my life and the decisions that I've made over the course of my life that took me in all these various directions, and I've done all these things. It shaped me to be who I am, but I also recognize where I could have made better choices. I could have done things differently. I could have, gone in a different direction to get a different outcome or better outcome or whatever. And here, I think that there's a connection to that, like the emotional connection to your past, but you're being asked right now, what your difficult point is right now is having the ability to kind of peel back a little bit and look at it from a more objective position, because you do have a very deep emotional resonance for it. And I don't know what this is, but it's not like, because I don't get an energy of like there's no shame here. You know what I mean? I don't get the energy of like shame for whatever the past is. It just feels like you're accepting of it. This is who I am. This is who I am. And shit just still worked out for me. You know what I mean? That's totally what it looks like. Okay? Shit just worked out for you. You're blessed. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Oh, I said it. Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah. The longer you stick around this situation, part of the lesson of this whole thing, I sense that it is causing some disharmony for you. And this feels like the longer, I don't know, I just get the sense that you just want to be cool. Like, I just want to live my life. I just want to be cool, right? But you have to stop taking action or participating in or being involved with people or situations that are not in alignment with you, that are not for you. You have to be able to, like, that's part of the lesson, to recognize, like I said, it starts in your body. So if your nervous system starts feeling a little, kind of off kilter when you're around certain people or whatever, I mean, yeah, you could be, oh, maybe that's what it is. You gotta this is a boundary thing. We've been talking about wavy boundaries for a minute, but I'm like, wait a minute. I poured myself some juice before I came to my desk, and I was like, I know I'm gonna need something to drink, and I left it on the table in the kitchen. Anyway, Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, look. You are not in alignment with this group of people, and if you want a new life, you, yeah, listen, I'm just like, just the cards are just repeating themselves. Look, if you want a new life and you know you walking towards this new cycle, you have to walk away from whatever this is. It's not, this ain't, this ain't for you. Okay? You need to walk away from it, because I feel like if the longer you keep yourself connected to it, you're always gonna feel that weird push pull energy that we've been talking about. You always gonna feel that. You're always gonna feel uncomfortable, and that's not fair to you. You want to feel like that every time you get around whoever these people are? Child, that's crazy. Pure lunacy. You know. Uh-oh. All right. Let's use the shuffle deck. Get into tarot. See what else we can pull off of that story. Because I don't know who we were talking about. I didn't have players or anything, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay. Hey. It's funny. I flipped this card over, and it made me think of this little video clip of, you know, they show like little videos of like little toddlers saying the craziest shit, like adult shit. And there's a little girl, and she's in her car seat, and I think she's in the car with her father, and he asked for something, and she said, "Worry about yourself." And he asked her again. She said, "Worry about yourself." That's the very first thing I heard when I flipped these cards over. Worry about yourself. Yeah. Listen, worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. You need to really consider the things that you want to invest your effort, time, and energy in, and really pay attention, because there is something here that is calling you to look at it from a different point of view. Like, really, like, you know what you know, but look at this situation from a different point of view before you start investing any effort into it. Worry about yourself. Okay? Because while, yes, you do have the ability, like, I kind of feel like, I don't know, this feels like you're already on a trajectory of manifesting like a new cycle for yourself, something very exciting, right? And you're just, waiting for your ships to come in. But there's still the question of a decision that needs to be made, and it's, do I stay or do I go? Do I stay here? There's a lot of fire energy out here, but it's like, do I stay here and keep doing this shit, or do I seek my expansion elsewhere? Okay, so, and you have the ability, like, you literally have, like, this Knight of Wands, incidentally, is the Magician sitting on. That's not a knight, it's the Magician. So you have the ability and all that. Yeah, and the thing is that you can't be focusing, pouring all this unnecessary effort and energy into either people or an environment that isn't emotionally supportive to what you need and what you want, right? Yeah, it's literally time for you to kind of move on. It is. Yeah, Nine of Wands in the reverse, man, to stop dealing with this. Absolutely. Absolutely. What did I say about lying to yourself? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you have an expectation of whatever that is changing, if whatever, whether there's a group of people, or it could be a family dynamic, a friend group, whatever, if you have some kind of crazy ass expectation that something about it is going to change and not be anything other than what it is, you are absolutely wrong, and you're going to be very unhappy. You're going to be very unhappy. Very. Yeah, it's kind of interesting here. Because it's kind of like you don't, like, it's so crazy. Because right here, it feels kind of like you think, oh God, it's so convoluted. Because on one hand, like I'm telling you, you've got some really, I feel like you got some really exciting things that you're looking, like you're either trying to create or something, you got some really good ideas that you want to execute or whatever, right? But I feel like it's like in order to actually do what it is that you're thinking about doing or pursuing or whatever, first it's going to require you to really look or examine like where you're putting your efforts into. Because if you're looking for success, you know what I mean? If you're looking for some kind of success, you got to be honest about where your energy, like where it's like where your energy is being used, where you're applying that. You got to stop giving to environments that aren't emotionally, that just aren't fulfilling for you anymore. You've got to stop. Like I said, and if you're lying to yourself thinking some shit's going to change, it ain't going to change. And it's going to require you to kind of do some reflecting over what it is that you really want and what's going to make you happy. Yeah. And take action towards it. This is like looking, facing it head on. Acknowledging that you don't, because I can tell you don't want it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the tower. And the thing is, when the tower comes out, I used to be like, the two cards used to freak me out in the early days were the tower and the death card. But I have learned to appreciate those two cards because that kind of change is necessary. It's not a bad thing. It's course correction. When the tower shows up, it's course correction. It just means something is going to change dramatically. And I do feel like I'm talking to somebody who doesn't really want whatever this is. They don't really want the change. But, when you resist certain things that are supposed to happen, Spirit will make things very uncomfortable until it does, And I think that time is happening like right now. Yeah, and here's the thing too. I just thought about something. I'm like, I just thought about it. There's somebody around you. I don't know if it's part of that group or whatever, but you have somebody who's jealous. You got jealousy around you. You got jealousy. Ooh, child. Let me tell you. Oh, yeah. You got jealousy around you. Let me tell you. Okay. A lot of restlessness. Okay, so you do have somebody that's jealous, and the reason why, and it's kind of funny because I feel like the reason why somebody would be jealous of you is because what they see in you, and it's illuminated. And this is the sun. This card is the sun, but it has the emperor. It has the emperor on the card. So this tells me you are all that and a bag of chips, and they see it. People can see it. But you're an authority figure. People respect you. And since we're gender neutral, you could be a parent. I'm not gonna label you. You could be a parent. But people view you as a leader, as a manifester. You're very exciting, And the thing about it is, this kind of feels very much like needing to use discernment. Because there is something, and whoever this is, and okay, here's a crazy part. You have whoever this jealous person is, they're literally waiting to see you unhappy. They want you to be miserable for whatever reason. Maybe you're just too fucking happy for them. I don't know. But somebody here it's like somebody wanted to see you fail. because they can't stand your shine. Like, damn, you're a shiny motherfucker. You're a shiny motherfucker. And they just don't like it. They don't like it. People don't like it. Oh yeah, they really don't like it. Not only that, you're probably, really attractive, charming. People fucking love you, and this person, whoever this is, they can't stand it. Absolutely can't stand it. Ooh. Oh. Ew. Okay, now I saw something else, and this ain't for everybody. Okay, if you are partnered, this also does warn this person is jealous of the partnership as well. They would love nothing more than to see your relationship fail. And whoever this person is that is jealous of you, this could be another person, but I do have at least this. If I combine the energy, this does come off as a little narky, but you have somebody here who also likes to, I heard, exploit their role. This is another one of those, whoever, there's somebody who abuses their authority, abuses their power. And this is like, somebody, maybe this is somebody that people would normally turn to for advice or whatever, and they give shit advice, like they don't know this part, like literally this person don't know shit. Give shit advice, have people, it's like the blind leading the blind kind of thing. Yeah. It's kind of like you're better off on your own, and definitely not dealing with whoever this is. That's for sure. Okay. Now, I don't know if I like this. Because I'm like, this is a change, but this is no change. And remember what I said, the longer you wait, like, when Spirit's trying to nudge you in a certain direction, and you keep on jiving around because you ain't ready to make the change, it'll be damn near impossible to miss it because it's going to happen anyway. What did I say in the first spread? I'm like, you want to see something new and positive in your life? Like, the only way you're going to be able to actualize it is you got to, like, remove the past element, whatever that element is. Yeah, remember when I said if you're in a partnership or something like that, they would love nothing, because this person is jealous. They would love nothing more than to see you just miserable, unhappy, and have your whole life blow up, right? Like, literally want to win at all costs. This is definitely one of those I want to win at all costs. And the other thing is too, okay, this is something else too. So maybe if we are talking about somebody who's like kind of narky, whoever this jealous person is, right? You're not on that toxic shit, right? You're not on that toxic shit. But I think what is happening, I think that's what this is right here. What you're potentially ignoring is you're ignoring your intuition. That's number one. You're ignoring your intuition. And I think what you're failing to realize is that by you staying connected to this, like I said it in the first spread, I was using oracles, but if you continue to stay connected to this, I feel like it's just going to slow down your progress. And so you do have to make a decision. I love this right here. You have to make a decision. And I can definitely see you don't want to necessarily have to make, you don't want to make the decision, but you have to. There has to be some kind of change. And the only way that you're going to actualize the change is if you do something different. Page of Wands, move on. You know, Page of Wands is the minor arcana to the Fool. So it's like you're on the precipice of a new cycle. And so you're either going to repeat a cycle that you've already done. Why are we doing that? You're either going to repeat the cycle. Spirit's going to make it damn uncomfortable for you so that you can't. You're going to buck up and you're going to go. Because I'm telling you now, if the longer you stay in this situation, it's not going to change. It won't change. And it will. The thing is, it won't change until you actually walk away. And it's going to require you to like really sit with yourself. Because honestly, I kind of feel like, I don't know. Are you happier like being by yourself? Are you happier being by yourself? Like being, you know, I don't know. I kind of get that too. That's just me asking. Because this isn't the Hermit, but the Hermit is in this card, Knight of Cups. And it kind of definitely feels like just kind of, I feel like you know intuitively. It has something to do with facing yourself. It's kind of like recognizing the elements of yourself from your past self, and looking at who you've become and who you are now. And if you want to see change, then you know you have to take this next step. Remember what I've been saying? I'm like, you know, we know abundance is our birthright, and you know, I've been saying it for a long time that it's delay, not deny. So if you haven't actualized that all the way, like you'll see glimpses of it, but if you haven't fully actualized it, it's because you still have energies connected to you in some kind of way that would, like, because God knows your heart, God knows that you would be inclined to be generous to people just because that's who you are. No shade. That's just who you are. But God knows that you would be more inclined to be generous with people. And I kind of feel like you got some folk in your camp that don't need to be there. Those people got to go before these blessings can pour down on you. They're here. They're here. But you got to go toward, literally, I'm like looking at this whole line. You have to get out of your head and make the decision. Because if you want this abundance, you got to take action towards it. You got to move away from this situation. Stop giving effort and energy to it. The longer it's being shown to you, the longer you stay connected to this situation, you ain't going nowhere. Literally, you ain't going nowhere. You're not listening to your intuition. You about to piss me off. I'm like, you about to piss me off. Somebody's not listening to their intuition. Somebody is not, you're not listening to your intuition. And you're like, almost, what is this? It's like you're not listening to your intuition about this person. Oh. What did I say? This is like somebody who they would love nothing more than to see your life kind of like blow up. You too happy for somebody. It's like somebody having some hidden hidden animosity. And then you're not, the biggest thing is you're not listening to your intuition. I see that out here twice. Actually, 3 times. I hadn't thought about it. 3 times, actually. You got somebody over here and your energy is wishing some really nasty shit on you. They would love nothing more than to see you just have your whole life implode. Yeah, it's something about, I don't know who you are or what you do. I mean, I don't even have like those kind of elements out here. The Tower is out here again. What the hell? I mean, maybe it's the fact that like whoever I don't know who this is for you, but yeah, oh, okay. Okay. Alright, so let me tell you about this. Let me tell you what's going on here. So I can see where whoever this is, you do, like I'm telling you, you got somebody here in your energy that has they're jealous of you. They're jealous of the way that you present to the world, the way the world perceives you, the way they see you, right? And you know what's crazy? It feels like whoever this person is, whoever this is, or just people in general, because I feel like whatever this is connected to the past, people don't, maybe they don't know, people don't know. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you've been through. I think what's really interesting is this feels like this is like her inquiring minds want to know. This is like people wanting, and this is like somebody wanting to like look. This is somebody like being nosy. But I'm saying, like, whoever this is, like I said, you don't know whoever you don't. I don't. They don't really know you like that. Remember in the beginning of the reading, I was like, I kept hearing, I don't know these people. I don't know these people. They don't know you like that, so they don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you've had to heal from. Now, this is very interesting because this kind of feels like, yeah, I still just get this energy of somebody being really mentally conflicted. Because I think on one hand, you might be a little hurt about having to make this decision. Because I feel like you really don't want to make the decision. Whatever, I don't know who this is or what we're talking about, but there's a decision here that you ain't really trying to make. Because it would require a huge change. Change is good though. The Tower is out here twice in the upright. Change is good, right? And so, okay, I just heard tardy for the party. Okay, so, because I do have an element of people who, this is crazy. You got people who are like, who perceive themselves as outside, like the outsiders, right? I don't know. Maybe they look at you as the cool kid and they want in, right? Problem is, I'm like, problem is, there's still an element of whoever these people are. It's like it doesn't change. It's something, like I said, something connected to your past, but it's like they haven't changed. The dynamic hasn't changed. The situation hasn't changed. Maybe it's you that has changed. So if you're the one who's changed, maybe that's what this tower is. They're like, oh, you know, like, you changed, and they can see it. You probably stay to yourself and you actually enjoy that. Like I said, even though this is the image of the hermit, it's the Knight of Cups. You keep to yourself and you enjoy that. You enjoy the solitude. You enjoy the solitude because it doesn't, it I feel like being around this energy, whoever this is, it makes you feel restless. It's your nervous. It's literally your nervous system. I'm telling you, it's your nervous system because you're not listening to your intuition. Literally, not listening to your intuition. Ay ay ay. Yeah, it's meant for you. It's interesting. This particular Seven of Cups, it kind of gives me the energy. It gives me the opposite energy with it being in this position. It, I definitely kind of feel like you're not seeing clearly. Yeah, there's an emotional component to it. And you know what's really crazy? While there is an emotional component, it ain't that big of a, it's not that. So, if it's not that, I gotta ask, why are you still trying to invest any energy in any of it? You know what I'm saying? These cups are in the reverse. They're not in the upright. If they were in the upright, maybe all of the cups that are out here are in the reverse, with the exception of this one Knight of Cups being by himself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's something here that doesn't necessarily, it kind of leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. So if that's the case, then why are you still entertaining it? Or why are you even considering? Because I kind of feel like right here you're considering, like, okay, should I try to give it a shot, or should I just kind of walk away and let it be? And then here's genuinely, I don't know. Look. I said this person would love nothing more than to see your life implode. Yes. Okay. There has been some betrayal and backstabbing here, lies, some kind of dishonesty. I don't know. I said there's somebody here who's waiting for their ships to come in. I feel like you got some new things coming down the pike, but I'm gonna be honest, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it if you keep entertaining this, whatever it is. I get the energy that you got somebody out here who wants to humble you. It's weird. This is a weird ass energy. So then we got, ooh. I'm like, ooh. Now that's really interesting. Because remember when I said it looked like you got some people who's kind of like asking questions about you or whatever, right? You got people, and this isn't just one person. It's giving me like 3 people, at least 3 people. You got like 3 people that's kind of looking into you, asking questions, asking questions about your life, asking questions about what you do. Remember when I said you got somebody here that would love nothing more than to see your whole life blow up? You literally got people here. It kind of feels like you got people here waiting to celebrate pain. I can't. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. It's like people, like I said, they want to see your life kind of implode. And I do see this energy. It's kind of like if you don't, I'm telling you, this ain't good. I don't like it. You know, I'm always telling you, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna tell you if I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like this. Because this crazy, this feels like people celebrating heartbreak. So, like I said, you got somebody here in your energy who absolutely would love nothing more than to see your life implode. This almost even feels like somebody looking for a way to like hurt you. With a lie. With a lie. Child. There is an energy out here, third party energy. Yeah, I legit do not know what this is. It's crazy. Okay, so I have the energy out here, and I'm trying to like read every nuance that I can see in between the cards. So I have an energy out here, like I said, somebody who would love nothing more than to see your life like absolutely implode, right? But right here feels like, so remember we go back, like if you're partnered, because this would be your counterpart, right? Have the Emperor and the Empress out here. This is like, this is a lie. These right here are third party energies. So I don't know if there's something, I don't know what this is, because I do see where there's somebody here in direct competition with you. And trying to make it so that, like, there's conflict, like they want to have conflict with you, but it's kind of like they're wanting to destabilize you, or, oh, I heard disempower you. I kind of feel like they want to prevent you from moving any further. Like, they want to prevent you from like reaching that pinnacle. Like whatever the destination is, wherever you're trying to go, they're trying to prevent you from actually going there. Looking for ways to betray you. But it has something to do with a lie and maybe your partner. They real curious about how you make your money. Or how much money you make. That's crazy. So you have people talking about how much money you make, or where you get your money, how you make money, where you get your money. And you know what's interesting about this? I get the impression that while you are viewed as a leader, you don't really want that title or role. Like I feel like you just trying to be regular schmegular. You're not trying to cause a movement. You know what I mean? But I feel like these people, that's how they, and I think there's whoever, I don't know, these are other people, could be looking and seeing that you're just, you ain't trying to be a leader of any kind. You're just being you. And, yeah, you're just being, oh, yeah, it's weird. It's like people wanting to know how you make your money because there's the person that's kind of like eyeballing you or jealous of you. They may be buried under debt. I don't know. They looking at you like you got some kind of, you know, abundance gene, and they're just jealous. It's just a hater. Child, I wouldn't even worry about it. I wouldn't even worry about it. But if there had been some kind of third party introduced into the scene, it definitely looks like somebody makes a decision to. It's like, I don't think that they don't. It's kind of weird because this feels like both of these cards are talking to me about making a definitive decision about something. I mean, and some people will be upset, but okay. Ooh. Oh, good Lord. Okay. You got some really weird people in your energy. Okay. Because I have a lot of distorted masculine energy out here, but I also do have distorted feminine energy. But mostly distorted masculine, and men can be bitches too. So there's that. So, okay, so let's talk about this person who's jealous. So I do have somebody here who is like I said, they're jealous, right? They think that it's because it's their perception though. It's like they perceive you as being in a position that you don't necessarily want to occupy, we'll say. And then we have an energy out here who is very superficial, and they are really only interested in appearance and appearing that they have it all together when they don't really, right? Like I said, they may be buried under debt. There's somebody here who very well may be buried under debt. They look like $1 million, but they got like 20 cents in the bank, right? So they want to be, this is crazy because the person that's in competition with you or whatever, that has like beef with you, they want to be seen as some kind of, I feel like they would like to be seen as some type of leader. They would like to be seen as some kind of leader, but like I said, they're only really focusing. I mean, they're their primary focal point is giving off the appearance of being, financially stable and keeping up with the Joneses and, driving the freshest car and appearing to be the coolest person in the room kind of thing. And I kind of feel like even if this was you in this Emperor energy, it feels like you're ready. I do get the sense that you're ready to embark on like a new cycle. Like you're ready. But in order for you to start the new cycle, you absolutely have to let whatever this thing is. There's something here you gotta absolutely let go. You gotta let it go. Because I think if you don't, I think it's gonna be bad. Honestly. This almost feels like somebody dreading to have the conversation. Because right here, it definitely feels like a... Oh, I'm not going to take these. Down here, it kind of feels like... It's like, if you have this conversation... Now, I can look at it the other way, too. Like, if you have this conversation, I don't know, are you afraid of hurting your own feelings? Or hurting their feelings? Because I'm telling you, you would actually be, you're happier by yourself, actually. Doing what you love, whatever that is. Oh, now I also have another energy out here. This is not for everybody. This feels like somebody being like, okay, say if you're a man, if I'm talking to a man, actually it could go either way. I mean, I'm looking at the way the cards are connecting. It could go either way. Okay, so here's the thing. There's somebody here who is literally talking shit. I want to say, spreading lies, rumors, gossip, or whatever, talking shit about like maybe your partner or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like I said, it keeps sending me back here. Like they would love nothing more than to just see your life implode, you and your partner fall apart or whatever. It's weird. Yeah, look at that. So there's no, well. Okay. Okay. Remember when I talked about wavy boundaries? Because I'm kind of getting a wavy boundary here. Yeah, I kind of get the feeling like whoever this person, this could be a couple of people though, but you do like whoever this superficial person is, he is selfish, money hungry, greedy ass looking selfish person. This person, oh, I do get a part. This is somebody who is emotionally manipulative. You have a lot of distorted masculine energies out here. I'm like, it's a whole bunch of bitch ass dudes. It could be one, or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Like 7. It could be 7 bitch ass dudes. It could be 7 of them. 7 bitch ass dudes. 8 if we count this one. But they just look like a bunch of posers. I don't know. All these men, they just look like a bunch of posers. They look like a bunch of posers. And because you have, I don't know, maybe you just have a really optimistic look on life that these other people do not have. They don't even know how to get to your level of, I feel like you, wherever you are in your life, like whatever changes you had to make in order to be where you are, I think you work at whatever it is that you do almost at an obsessive level. You know? But I feel like you're ready for new experiences. But again, in order to be ready for the new experiences, there are some things that are connected to your past. And I know, I mean, I read the comments and everybody's like, oh, my past, no, I'm not dealing with anybody from my past. I don't know who this is specifically for you. It could be family. Doesn't have to be. I'm not even getting like parental figure outside of you. Like I'm using these as you, like the Emperor and the Empress. I'm using that as collective. You do have a lot of distorted energy that is kind of hovering in your auric field right now, and you literally need to make a decision. It's imperative, okay? Like, it's imperative. All right, let's pull all these back. Ooh, child, I gotta take my butt to bed. It'll be 2 o'clock in the morning before I get up there. Good God. And I gotta get up in the morning and take my kids to school. Okay, let's do a stack of index cards. Oop, frenemy. They low-key hate you. They've been warned to stop. Someone's stuck in the past. Everything backfires. Somebody is afraid of being exposed. A Scorpio may be significant. Somebody may be using candle magic. A Virgo. They need your energy or input to create. Someone's a gold digger. Someone's getting readings or paying for spells. Someone tries to convince people that you're crazy. A Taurus or a Libra may be significant. Sage your home. Someone is not a team player. Divine timing. So we have Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Libra. Archangel Michael is out here. You've been gifted since birth. Someone may have a drug addiction. We have a soul contract out here. Someone is a ringleader. Music downloads. Listen to the lyrics. Someone may be unfertile, unable to birth ideas or children. The month of May may be significant. Could be dealing with a Taurus or a Gemini. Someone has a secret life or secret lifestyle. Someone is a con artist. Someone doesn't know how to commit. Foster care or foster children may be involved. Spirit says don't be afraid. Somebody could be dealing with alcoholism. Someone is lost without you. The month of April may be significant. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. You are healing and other folks are in need of healing. Someone says I'm scared. Someone hates that your intuition is on point. Cousins or family friends may be relevant. There's a potential stolen inheritance out here. Someone's heart chakra is compromised. There's a loss of stability, home, job, or resources for someone. Neighbors could be significant. Family members are involved. A stepfather, you could be a stepfather. An Aries. You're a wise and just, honest person. Someone projects negative energies towards your children. You going to hell for that. This is the close of one chapter and the onset of a new one. Someone says, I have regrets for what I've done. And you are no longer bound to the past mistakes or worries. Someone's also been trying to affect your second house of self-worth. Money, personal finances, sense of worth, and your possessions. Okay. Actually, let me grab some of these cards. Ooh. Issues within intimate relationships are causing confusion or disappointment. Emotional distance or unspoken needs may be present. Ooh. Okay. You deeply empathize in your relationships, understanding others' feelings, which strengthens your bond and fosters harmony. Trust in your relationship is rock solid no matter what challenges arise. This trust provides a foundation for growth. Strong attraction binds you to another person. This connection is both emotional and physical, drawing you closer. Unresolved issues or emotional conflicts within a family are causing stress. It's time to confront the issues. Your beliefs may be wavering, or you're struggling to hold on to your faith in something important, leading to confusion. Tension or misunderstanding is causing disharmony in relationships, leading to stress and conflict. One more. Unrealistic expectations may lead to disappointment. The gap between reality and your ideals feels overwhelming. Remember when I said in the beginning, I'm like, you're not necessarily seeing something clearly. You're seeing it just the way that you want to see it, but not necessarily in the way that it really is. So it could be clouding your judgment a little bit. Uh-oh. Alright, someone's checking your social media. And we have memories. Choose you first. Amen. Amen. We have community. Yeah, choose you first over the community. Love yourself. Yeah, be confident. Someone's texting you or wants to text you. If you have a question, the answer is no. Winter solstice may be significant. It's coming up. Positive energy. It's not personal. Goodbye. The time is now. Damn, that's loud. Soulmate connection. Remember, soulmates aren't always romantic. Oh, now if we have a question, the answer is yes. So we have yes and no. Texting you no. Winter solstice. Busy bee. Happy outcome. More info needed. Hidden agenda. Texting you. Hidden agenda. More information needed. No. Say no. Better perspective. Energy cleansing. Alignment. Trust. Saying goodbye is an alignment. Yeah, the time is now. Choose you first. The long haul. Soulmate connection. The long haul. Yes. Trust. Yes, I like it. Fire ignited. Busy bee. Love how these cards are lining up. Romance is yours. Yes, soulmate connection. Honesty. Happy outcome and honesty. Romance is yours. Love it, love it, love it. Time for play. Seeing clearly. And deep feelings. Bottom of the deck. Relationship improvements. We love it. Ooh. Okay. Let's look at the dates and synchronicities. 11/11, 2/22, 7/77 or 77/77, 3/13, 1333, 242, 116. Okay, let's look at the dates. I have a lot of dates in January. All right, so we have January 2nd and 3rd. January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. January the 6th. January the 7th. January the 10th and the 11th. January the 23rd and 24th. Oh, and the 18th. Also January 7th. Did I say that? 6th and 7th? Okay. January 18th is out here twice. January 21st. January 15th. Okay. February the 3rd, February the 8th and 9th, February the 15th and 21st. Also February the 1st, February the 6th, February 11th, February 18th, and the 24th. March. We'll start on this side. I have March 1st, March 2nd, March 6th, March 7th, March 9th, March 10th and 11th, March 18th, March 15th, and 16th. No dates in April, but I had the April card out here. So it could be an Aries or Taurus. April, May. No dates in May. I have June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, June 7th, June 10th, 11th, 13th, 18th, 19th, 24th. July 1st, July 3rd, July 6th, July 11th, July 13th, July 9th, 18th, and 23rd. August the 2nd, August the 15th, and 21st. August, September. September the 2nd and 3rd, September the 7th, 15th, and 18th. October the 1st, October the 3rd, October the 6th, October the 23rd. November the 1st, November the 3rd, November the 6th and 7th. November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 6th and 7th. November the 11th, the 19th, and the 24th. And I don't think I have December. And I have no dates in December. Okay. Let's grab these dice. Okay, so we have Uranus. Uranus is out here twice. Uranus and Jupiter. Uranus is ruled by Aquarius. Sudden change. Jupiter, expansion. Then we have the 7th house of partnerships, 9th house of higher learning. What's the 9th house? Sagittarius, higher education, law, publishing, literature, distance travel, and foreign, all things foreign. And the 11th house, your groups, your charity, social, conscious, humanity, your social life. And then we have Capricorn, Cancer, and Gemini. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, give you clarity or confirmation of your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. Don't forget to give your girl a hype. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. December is just about wrapped up, so if you want to try to slide in before the end of the year, the 12-month predictions, the 6-month predictions are still available. Spots are very limited though, but they're still available. Yeah, I think that's it. I will see y'all in the next video. I'm probably going to publish this overnight, so I won't be available for the live premiere. But I love you guys, and I miss you, and I will see you in the next video. All right? Take care.